Yes, I'm late. What am I late for? This one. As Seen on TV by Meredith Schorr. This came out June 7th and it is now June 25th and I'm just getting to this video. And the blog post, I think, is already up. Let's check that. My scheduling is really messed up. So I'm going to check this really quickly to see if I put this up. Robin loves reading. Yes, I did. Okay, so blog post is up right here, as seen on TV. I have done 30 blog posts since last night, so that's why I had to double check. So what is As Seen on TV about? Well, the first thing I want to tell you is we got a letter from the publisher, and again, I know I'm behind, so let's back this video up. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I get these books, okay, and I get them in great quantity, and I try to read as many of them as I can, but I don't always get to them. Like, this is the second copy of this book. I have the arc of that, and now I have the trade paperback. I get the books, I just don't always have the time to read them. But I'm glad I read this one. As a matter of fact, when you look at this book, and I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and put the book cover up so I don't have to hold this up during the video. This is a debut novel. Debut. I love debut novels because that means that you, as a reader, get to read the first thing that someone has had published, for at least for that particular publisher, and that's what happens with this book by Meredith Schorr. Now, there is one content guidance that shows up in this letter from the publisher, but it doesn't necessarily show up on the blurb on Goodreads. Is Finn, who we'll talk about Finn in a few minutes, his father did have an alcohol addiction, and his behavior does show up as far as his drinking problems were concerned. But I really respect the way that they dealt with it. Now, I'm looking for my notes because I know they're here somewhere. Now, our character, Adina, what is her last name? I didn't write her last name down. Yes, I did. Adina Geller. She was a Hallmark movie lover. As a matter of fact, I know somebody who watches just about every single Hallmark movie that's released every single week. Me, on the other hand, I think I've seen maybe 3 Hallmark movies in my 60-something years on this planet. I just don't watch a lot of movies. Not that I have anything against it, because I love romance. I just don't watch a lot of television. Well, our character, Adina, she was a Hallmark girl. But this book has been pegged as being anti-Hallmark, okay? Now, in this book, our character, our protagonist, Adina, we'll call her Addie for the rest of this review. Addie is a budding journalist, and she's living in New York City, and she's not getting anywhere in her career. So she comes up with this idea, this pitch, to create an article about this town called Pleasant Hollow, and to show how much America loves small towns, and therefore her article will be a hit. However, the blurb says that this is an or at least one of the reviews said it's an anti-Hallmark book or story. Why is that? Well, Adina, or Addie, didn't get what she expected in Pleasant Hollow. As a matter of fact, Pleasant Hollow is anything but pleasant. There's no quaint little ice cream shop or little diner or super small bakery. There's no white picket fences everywhere and neighbors knocking on the door bringing you a cake saying, "Welcome to our neighborhood." None of those things existed. What is more is, if she was in New York, men are a dime a dozen. And our Addie, she did have a romantic heart, but there's not even any single men floating about. Pleasant Hollow. Well, except there was. And his name was Finn. He was a developer. In fact, his job as a developer went starkly in contrast to everything that Addie stood for. He's talking shopping malls and high rises and bigger businesses in this little, what should be a quaint town. Now, meeting Finn, yeah, it gave Addie pause. She was quite attracted to him, and he was quite attracted to her. But what about their conflicting ideas? The fact that he's a developer, that he wanted to create a mini city, this little town on the outskirts of New York. So therefore, you know that conflicts are going to abound in any romance you read. So quite naturally, in this one, that would be our major conflict, is their goals, the friction that exists between them. Now, as mentioned, we have Finn, and the reason he's in town for more than one reason. You know, obviously to develop his plans on expanding the town, but he's also dealing with his father, and that's where that trigger warning came in on alcoholism. So I just wanted to mention that again really quickly. But the thing is, as somebody that doesn't watch Hallmark movies, I don't do something else. And the other thing, and in this, I know I'm segueing away from Finn, is this book is referred to or compared to the Gilmore Girls. Now, I have to admit, I've never seen one episode of the Gilmore Girls, although, goodness, I'm trying to think of the girl's name. I know I would love it because I know that they were readers, and I'm a big reader. I just don't watch a lot of television. That's the bottom line, is I don't watch a lot of TV. Well, why am I bringing up the good Gilmore Girls when I'm talking about Addie and Finn? Well, it's because just as Finn had a very delicate relationship with his father, Addie had a relationship with her mother, but it was a great relationship. And that's where the Gilmore Girls comparison comes into it from the publisher's point of view. Yes, I know the characters in Gilmore Girls. Like I said, I've never seen it, but I know the characters. But that's popular culture for you. Popular culture makes you aware of Hallmark movies, makes you aware of the Hallmark movie vibe, makes you aware of shows like the Gilmore Girls. And all of that in this book made for quite an adorable read. And the thing is, it's a debut. Yes, Meredith Schorr is a debut author who is, it says here, she had a lifelong, she was a lifelong daydreamer and somebody who loved to watch television. So it's nothing less than apropos that this book could be compared to Hallmark movies, although anti-Hallmark, or can be compared to the Gilmore Girls. And I so much want to call out those characters. I know who they are, I just can't say it right now. So that is As Seen on TV. Love the book. And again, I know I'm late getting the video up, so forgive me for that, but I just wanted to take a minute and talk to you about this beautiful book. Now, I also wanted to mention something else. I got this as a digital ARC, and I also got this as an audio ARC. So I had 3 versions of this book, and I want to see if I wrote down, yes, Emily Lawrence. I just wanted to tell you the narrator. Emily Lawrence narrated this book, and she did a fabulous job. So when you have a good book, and then you have a really good narrator, you pair the two together and it's a winner. And that's what this one was. So 4 stars to this beautiful debut novel by Meredith Schorr, and it's called As Seen on TV. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.